The ICEVI, the Nippon Foundation Mathematics Package for Teachers video series, Abacus as a Mathematical Tool. Title of the video, Abacus Multiplication, Example 4, 2 by 9 multiplied by 7, 1 by 4. Let us now change the first fraction into an improper fraction. Here, multiply the whole number of the first fraction 4 with the denominator of the first fraction, that is 9. The multiplied value becomes 36. Now we have to add the numerator value 2 with the 36 to get the numerator of the improper fraction, and it is 38, and the denominator becomes 9. Let us take the second fraction 7 1 by 4. In order to convert this into improper fraction, multiply 7 with 4, which is 28, add the numerator of the second fraction, which makes it 29, which is the numerator of the improper fraction, with 4 as the denominator. We can note down the values of the fractions separately for reference. We have to multiply the numerators first, and the value should be used as the dividend. We should then multiply the denominators and use that as the divisor. Let us start with the multiplication of the numerators, that are 38 and 29. Here 38 is the multiplier and 29 is the multiplicand. Let us set the multiplier 38 in the left extreme of the abacus, and for setting the multiplicand 29, we have to count the number of digits in the multiplier and the multiplicand. As the multiplier has 2 digits and the multiplicand 29 has 2 digits, we have to take 4 columns, add 1 for abacus calculation, and therefore the 29 should be set from the 5th column to its right. Let us start multiplying 9 with 3 to begin with. The multiplied value is a 2-digit number, 27, and therefore 2 should be set in the immediate right of 9, and 7 should be set to the immediate right of 2. Now we have just completed the multiplication of 1 digit of the multiplier, and we should start the multiplication of the second digit. That means 9 should be multiplied with 8, and it is 72. We have to start adding numbers from where we have left in the first stage, and therefore here the value 7 should be added with the already existing 9 in the tens column, and 2 should be added in the units column. Now, in order to add 7 in the tens column, you have to add 1 in the hundreds column, and in order to compensate that, you have to reduce 3 in the tens column. How do we do this? We subtract 5 in the upper abacus and then add 2 in the lower abacus. Now let us add 2 in the units column. Now we have completed the multiplication of the number 9 of the multiplicand with the multiplier 38, and therefore 9 should be cleared from the abacus. Now we are left with the number 2 of the multiplicand, which should be multiplied with number 38. As we have to start multiplication with the higher digits of the multiplier, let us multiply 3 and 2. The multiplied value is 6 and therefore we have to treat that as 0, 6. That means leave one column and add 6 in the hundreds column. That means move the existing bead from the upper abacus and one bead from the lower abacus. Now let us multiply 2 with 8. It is 16. Now we have to start the addition from the place where we have left at the first level multiplication. Now 1 should be added in the hundreds column and 6 should be added in the tens column. In the hundreds column there is no bead left and therefore we have to add 1 in the thousands column, and to compensate that we have to clear 9 in the hundreds column. The next number 6 of 16 should be added in the tens column. As there is no adequate number in the tens column, we have to add 1 in the hundreds column, and in order to compensate, the excess 4 should be deleted from the tens column. Now the multiplication of 2 with 38 is over, and therefore we clear the number 2. The multiplied value is 1102. This becomes the dividend of the division problem now, and this must be divided by the divisor 9 multiplied by 4, which is 36. Now set the divisor in the left extreme of the abacus. As the highest digit of the dividend is 1, which is less than the highest digit of the divisor 3, there is no need to skip a column in setting the quotient. That means the quotient should be set to the immediate left of the number 1. Now let us consider the first digit of the dividend, which is smaller than the first digit of the divisor, and therefore we have to take the first 2 digits, and in this case it is 11. Now ask how many 3s in 11? We get 3. As a general rule, let us reduce 1 from this and set 2 to the immediate left of the dividend. Now let us multiply 2 with the divisor 36 and subtract it from the dividend. 2 multiplied by 3 is 6, and therefore you have to subtract 0 from the thousands column and 6 from the hundreds column. For doing this, we have to clear 1 in the thousands column and add 4 in the hundreds column. That is, add 5 in the upper abacus and subtract 1 in the lower abacus. Now multiply 2 with 6, which is 12. That should be reduced from the dividend, that is 1 from the hundreds column and 2 in the tens column. For reducing 1, clear 5 in the upper abacus in the hundreds column and add 4 in the same column. For subtracting 2 from the tens column, where we have 0, subtract 1 in the hundreds column and then add 8 in the tens column. Now we are left with 382 in the dividend. Now take the first 2 digits of the dividend, which are 38, whereas the divisor is 36. Now add 1 to the quotient, making it as 3, and subtract 36 from the first 2 digits of the remainder in the dividend. Now we are left with 22 in the remainder. In the next stage, the quotient becomes 0, as the remainder 22 is less than 36. Therefore, The result is 30 22 by 36. By using common divisors for 22 and 36, the numbers can be simplified to 11 by 18. That is, divide both the numerator and the denominator by 2. And therefore, the multiplication of the two fractions is 30 11 by 18. Let us practice some more problems to get more hands-on experience with this concept.